Okay, let's record this now. What episode is this, Vane?
This is episode over 9,000.
That's just a stupid reference.
It's fucking episode 9,001, you dig?
No.
Well, depends. Are we counting lost episodes, or are we not counting lost episodes?
I don't know if we've been doing that or not.
No, let's do the last one. That was...
Alright, so this is number 22, then.
22? We already made it.
Bullshit.
Man,
Last
we
one
can
was
drink
21.
now.
We can drink. This is Get Wasted cast. I'm Adrian. I got Vane Zyler here.
Word, yo.
I got Smartzke here.
Hey, everybody.
We weren't even going to record a podcast until 2 minutes ago, so this is good.
Not even 2 minutes ago.
I was going to say, it was literally like a minute ago at this point.
Talk about your Skylanders stuff.
Already?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's the thing about Skylanders. I mean, you can already read the fine review by Adrian on FinalSmash.com. But I thought that it would be like the stupidest thing ever.
We talked about this actually. That was on a released podcast.
Oh, was?
Yeah,
how
that was
I
released.
said it would be crap.
Yeah, how we made fun of the game for a little bit.
Yeah,
And you were
well,
and you gave me all the wrong information about how like it requires you that you have to have everything to beat the boss and everything, even though like one of the achievements and trophies is to beat the boss with only one character.
Yeah, I redact everything. Okay. I will not redact one thing, and that is saying that this is like such an evil thing to do of Activision, like such a huge like moneymaker. Like it
works too.
It works. It's the most evil form of like DLC ever.
It shouldn't work.
Oh, go ahead.
It shouldn't work. This all gamers should have caught on by this and not do this, but it works.
It works because the game is actually good.
It's
like,
good.
It's not just a stupid ploy. It's fun.
It's good.
Exactly.
And when you're playing the game and it shows you those little previews of the characters, you want them so bad.
Yeah, and plus each character is so different that it's like you're playing a different game.
Yeah.
For each one. So, yeah, what just happened is that like 5 minutes ago, I just got home from my place of employment, Toys R Us, and I just bought like 10 of these things, including someone returned the exclusive Legendary pack.
Ooh.
And I got my hands on that. I'm thinking people are selling those on eBay for like $80 right now.
Are you going to sell it?
I don't know. I want to use them.
So you should tell me whichever one's the coolest one. I might buy like one or two of them, maybe.
All of them.
I don't want to buy all of them though.
No, at this point, I only have like half of them. So.
You want to tell them about the super secret rare ones, silver ones?
Oh yeah. Here's the thing. Even if you don't like Skylanders, be on the lookout, because I mean, like right now they're sold out almost everywhere. But always be on the lookout for silver Skylanders. They can appear in like a single pack or 3-pack. But yeah, even if you hate the game, or no matter how much the pack costs,
if this is all the money you have in your wallet,
yeah, just buy it, because like in a 3-pack they're like $20, in a single pack they're $7.99. My friend found a 3-pack, and it had a silver Dino Rang in it, and he sold it on eBay for like $80.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so just buy it for the resale value. People are eating that up. I personally don't care about getting that, because the silver ones don't affect the gameplay at all. That's just what they look like on the outside. Like,
so it's literally like getting a foil card in a trading card game.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it seems like a good investment, to say the least.
Yeah.
But I will say this, as much as we keep harping on how evil this DLC is and its addictiveness, I will give it one thing above all other DLC. At least you're still getting something physical out of it.
Yeah, that's true.
And they're cool figures.
They're really, like, the paint jobs on them are really well done.
Like, I remember hearing some people talk about how the figures aren't that cool, like, they're just kind of small and whatever, but they're really, like, I would pose those around, like, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, the game itself is fun. It's pretty much like a Lego kind of game. And you could beat it through with all the characters that you just get, but half the fun of the game is buying these other characters that you want. I know they didn't really do it in any other cutscenes, but in the first cutscene of the game where you see all the characters fight off the evil people, I definitely wanted the shark one, ground shark.
Oh yeah,
that guy's cool. But yeah, I'm glad to hear you're liking that. It's a good game.
Yeah.
I'm sure we'll be seeing more stuff like that in the future.
Mm-hmm.
And what else have you been doing, Smartzke? You want to talk about your eBay predicament?
Fuck no. Don't want to talk about
eBay
that.
predicament. Well, what happened?
Here's okay.
You want me to tell a story, or do you want to go ahead?
You tell it. I'm still angry.
You mad, bro?
Yeah.
So what happened was, I was telling Smartzke recently how I was on eBay kick, and he was telling me, yeah, I don't use eBay that much. I only use it for, I was only using it to get a CD that I wanted. And I was like, what CD? And he's like, oh, the Aquabats Yo Check Out This Ride EP. And that EP, I've seen it. That's actually one of the only things I've seen out in the wild. So it was interesting to hear that he wanted that. But he's like, yeah, I've been looking for like a year straight, and I haven't found it. And I tell him, oh, well, that's interesting. And I just, on a whim, I was like, oh, I'll just look eBay really quick. And even though Smartzke was looking vigorously, in his words, for a year, it popped up on it popped up on eBay. And I was like, hey, look, Smartzke, there's an auction. He's like, what? And he looked, and it was like ending in what, like 2 days, 3 days at the time?
Yeah.
And it was only for like $350. And Sam's like, oh, I'm on this. And I was like, yeah, make sure to snipe them, though, because that's how you do get the big things on eBay. You have to snipe. And so 3 days later, I refreshed eBay. I'm like, oh, I should check where that is. And it's like 19 minutes ending. And I was like, oh. And so I messaged and called Smartzke, and he was on there. He's like, yeah, I'm ready for this. I'm ready. I'm getting ready to bid on this. And I look, and there are two people that have bid. It's only $375. The album went for $31 last time. And it's an EP, actually. So it's like, what, like 4 or 5 songs?
Yeah, it's just 5 songs.
Yeah. But there was like 2 people that bid on it, and I look at their history, and they haven't bid on anything. In fact, one person just made the account for that, I think. And I was like, it's 2 o'clock. It was like 2 o'clock in the morning his time, and it was like midnight my time. And I was like, Sam, these people, this is almost too fishy. This is almost too good. The album is not going to sell for $375. So
yeah,
I was like, be ready. Someone's out to snipe you. He's like, all right, well, I'm ready. And I was like, and Smartzke's connection drops kind of often, so he was like, I'm going to call you afterwards, after the auction's done. I was like, okay. So I'm looking at the auction, and then finally it dwindles down to like 40 seconds, and I see Smartzke lay down his bid of, what would you put down? You put like $20, right?
Yeah, that was my top bid.
That was his max bid. And I was like, all right, he's got this. And then I see someone up it to $22.50. And I was like, oh, shit. And then I'm waiting for Smartzke to throw it up, and then I see $30, and I thought that was him. And I was like, don't anyone bid. And then it ended. And then I call Smartzke, and I just hear, fucking piss. I was like, what happened? He's like, I lost it. And I was like, what? There was a 3-way sniping going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
And but that's not what angered Smartzke the most, was that he entered $40 for his max bid, but he missed it.
Yeah.
Like what happened? You typed it in, but you weren't fast enough, correct?
Yeah, it came down to like the last 5 seconds, and I typed in 40, and I pressed bid, and then it just did the loading thing, and then the screen popped up saying I didn't win.
Oh.
Come on.
And yeah, that thing is impossible to find online.
Yeah.
It was kind of weird that I just happened to have found that. So if anyone sees it out there, Smartzke will buy it off you.
Yeah, just email tips@finalsmash.com and let me know.
Don't you actually have a Server Crashes email?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, then tell them to email you if they find it.
Okay, it is sammatsky@servercrashers.com. I'm gonna make Adrian put it in like the description.
Make sure you send it to carsonmouthy@servercrashers.com.
Jesus.
Say, Carson, I don't know why you got this. That sucks for you. I was angry for you. But then to cheer Sam up that night, I just sent him a bunch of freebies.
Yeah. Who doesn't want free Starburst?
Yeah, we got free Starburst, and we got Hey, Vane, do you like Red Bull?
I don't mind it.
I could probably get you a free 4-pack of Red Bull.
Yeah, I saw that on Twitter. What was that about?
I don't know. I left it on Twitter just in case anyone was interested, even though I probably should have just deleted it.
I clicked on it, but all I got was a picture, and I didn't know if I was supposed to print the picture or what the fuck was
with that? Well, whatever.
It's like I clicked this link and all I got was a stupid picture.
Oh, I thought I left a link to the actual thing. Oh well.
Yeah.
What you do is you go to. I'll send you the link after this podcast is done if you remind me. You just fill out what your New Year's resolution is and why you haven't been doing it, and they send you a 4-pack of Red Bull. Hopefully.
Like actually mail it to you?
Yeah. Hopefully though, because Smartzke brought this up to me before, and I totally forgot about it. Back in the Freeze Cracker days, I forgot that I found an offer for a free Snuggie, and I sent that to everyone in Freeze Cracker, and no one got it, and it turned out that it was a huge fraud, and everyone got angry at the guy, and I think some people sued him. Yeah. But yeah, Smartzke brought that up, and I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I've been waiting for that Snuggie for 3.5 years. Haven't gotten it.
What if you get it like 2 years from now?
Whatever, I'd be happy.
What does it mean?
Hey Adrian, I found out why your fucking plugin isn't working.
Why?
It's just a little bit out of date. The version we have installed is 1.6. The latest version is 4.6.3.
For what plugin?
For the Facebook Connect plugin.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
Whoops!
Yeah, we're just a little out of date there, buddy.
Well, it's been disconnected for a while, I think. I actually reactivated it. But no, I totally forgot about the Snuggie, because I have my own. I bought my own. You know about that, right?
Yeah.
Wait, why would you ever buy a Snuggie?
It was a Street Fighter 4 Snuggie, and it was
that one.
And it was on clearance for $10. So I was like, yeah, why the hell not? And you know what?
The whole cast, any specific characters?
Yeah, it has all the characters from Street Fighter 4.
Huh.
I can show you a picture afterwards. But you know what's funny is that I thought that was going to be the stupidest waste of $10 in my life. It is, in fact, probably the most value I've gotten out of my money out of anything.
You use it that often?
That is a very comfortable blanket. It's not too thick, but it's not too thin either, and it's easy to pack everywhere. It's like, you know what? That was a good value.
You will never convince me that a fucking Snuggie is a good investment.
For $10, a $10 blanket?
No.
And you know what? It's actually quite awesome to use when I'm on my laptop and it's like freezing. It's good. Or video games. It works really well with video games.
You know what a Snuggie is? It's just a reverse robe. But you may as well just buy the fucking robe.
But it's more expensive.
Depends, I guess.
Unless you want a really cheap robe.
Well, that's what it is a really cheap robe.
No, but it's shaped in a blanket, though. Plus, find me a robe that has Street Fighter 4 characters on it, asshole.
Touche.
Yeah, they also have a Gears of War Snuggie where it has the cog armor. I don't want that one, though.
I was going to say, you want it? It'd be a belated
Did you ever
Christmas gift.
You owe me a Christmas gift.
Yeah, I know.
No. Have I ever shown you the box of the Street Fighter 4 Snuggie, Smartzke?
No.
It looks like Derek on the front. Except it legitimately looks like Derek, but because Mega 64 was like, I don't want any more pictures of brown people that look like Derek, so I didn't send it to him. Do you remember that?
No.
They said that on a podcast. They were like, guys, you guys need to stop sending us generic brown people and say, hey, look, I found Derek.
That makes sense.
But I'll show you the picture. I think I have it up somewhere.
Nice.
It's a good Snuggie. What have we been playing recently, Smartzke?
Skylanders.
Is that it?
I don't know if I already mentioned this, but I finished Arkham City.
What did you think of it?
I really, really liked it. It's pretty much my game of the year of last year.
We need to do Game of the Year stuff too.
Yeah,
That's coming after I get my Xbox. I'm able to play some of the games that I have right now. 'Cause I'm sitting on a lot of games. But I'll get to that. Anything else you're playing?
I bought the retail copy of the Back to the Future game for PS3.
And then I went on sale, or I went for free on PSN like 2 days later.
Yeah.
If you were a PSN Plus subscriber.
Which
I am.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You actually put money into that?
Yeah, I've gotten my money's worth out of it.
You got a lot of your money's worth. That's everyone, actually. Even people who... Even though it's kind of an awkward service, it's supposed to be... It's kind of like for hardcore PSN people, except it's not at the same time. Because you get some of the duplicates. But pretty much everyone that's put in that service has gotten their money's worth out of it.
Oh, yeah.
Even
some of the first things I got, like with when Resident Evil 4 and Code Veronica came out, they were $20 each, but you got them each half price. So right off the bat, you're saving $20 on those.
And then had you not bought Back to the Future, you would have gotten your money back right there.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like I gave shit to the service a lot, but I don't know. Like if I got a PS3, I'd go into that.
Yeah.
And anything else?
No, I think it was just mainly those three.
You been playing your 3DS?
Yeah, I bought Mario Kart and Star Fox 64.
How are they?
And they're both really good. And I bought, even though it's cheaper on PC, I bought VVVVVV on my 3DS.
I'm glad you did that. That game deserves all the money.
Yeah, I love that game.
That game has an awesome soundtrack.
Oh, I know. I refuse to play it with the volume off.
Yeah. Alright. Vane, what are you doing? I didn't even ask you how your week was. How was your week?
This week's been alright, I suppose. Can't complain too much.
And what are you playing?
I've been playing a lot of Dungeon Defenders. Been working on getting Platinum in that. I picked up Chrono Cross on the PSN there. I never actually got a chance to play that, so I'm going back and trying that out. Pretty much been playing just a lot of different little things here and there. Wait, do I have it working? Nope, that's not what I'm looking for.
Is that what you said the first time you got a girlfriend?
No, I did say that after.
Oh, crazy jokes. What else are you playing?
Jokes.
Nothing else?
Like I said, just a lot of different little stuff here and there. Dungeon Defenders, Chrono Cross, Magic, all kinds of Magic, actually. Yeah, nothing.
Do you want to promote your upcoming podcast?
I will as soon as we can actually get that thing fucking working. But so I have a podcast coming up all on my own. I'm a big boy now. And it stars myself and Samuel to Geek, everyone's favorite hate machine. We review music. And, oh god, I just insta-bigged my screen. Hold on, give me a second here. But, we turn around, we talk about music, go into a little bit of the news, and basically it came around because we just like talking about music, and we didn't...
You and I had a discussion for it, but I don't want to be on 4 podcasts.
Yeah, no, like I said, it's just, if there's ever a time where you feel like you can hop onto it, it's cool.
Which sucks, because I would love to talk music, but I don't want to be on 4 podcasts. That's too much for me. There's a line there, and I think that's the line right there.
No, the line is 10 podcasts.
If I got paid, I'll gladly be on 4 podcasts. But you need to pay me or something.
It's all for the site, man. All for the site.
But no, that'll be up. We're just figuring out album art, and we're gonna throw it up soon. Okay, so I've been playing a lot of different games. I've been using Steam like crazy due to that Steam sale. Got Gary's Mod, I got Fate of the World, and I got Counter-Strike Source. I ordered myself a mouse yesterday so I can play Counter-Strike with a few people. Gary's Mod's great.
Wait, you had to order a mouse?
Yeah, I have a laptop.
Mac, that's right.
I have a laptop.
Forgot about that.
So I'm not going to use a trackpad. I tried playing a trackpad. I've tried playing a bot match in Counter-Strike. Now, if controller people have a bad time with fucking people using mouse and keyboard, trackpads are even worse.
Yeah, no, that is horrible. I don't know why anyone would ever do that for gaming.
Yeah. So if I get a mouse, I'll probably end up downloading Team Fortress 2 as well, because that's sitting there. But yeah, Gary's mod, I've been playing with Gore the Movie Guy a lot in that, and that is so much fun. I sank 9 hours into that, as I think, so far. And
oh, shit.
Yeah, just messing around, making the stupidest things. And then I've been playing Tiny Tower on the iPhone, which it's stupid, and I shouldn't like it because it's pretty much a stupid kind of like Farmville type game where it's like you have to keep checking back in your tower every so often. But I love it because I like that stuff for whatever reason. I'm playing Where's My Water, which is pretty fun. Sonic CD on iPhone, which is actually relatively surprisingly good. The controls are really spot on. I downloaded GTA 3 on iPhone on a 3GS, which is dumb, but it works sometimes. It doesn't really work that well, not surprisingly. And yeah, I'm waiting. I bought my hard drive finally. It's shipping up from Hong Kong, so it's gonna take a while. But it's gonna take like another 2 weeks, and I'm waiting so I can play Rayman. I have Rayman, LA Noire, Gears of War 3, Battlefield 3, and Enslaved waiting for me the second I get my hard drive back. So it's gonna be a good day when I get my hard drive back. Oh man, that's gonna be such a good day. Anyway, Smartzke's gone, but he'll be back in a bit.
Alright. So, you want to talk about what it's like to go too far in gaming advertising?
We'll get in that. Hold that thought for 1 second. Let's also pimp out the other podcasts. We don't really do that. Okay, so Vane and I do Around the Campfire. Of course. We were keeping it at a good pace, but we recently lost our groove on that. But,
yeah, well, between yours and I, we have birthdays that are kind of back to back. Plus, right after our birthdays is the holidays, so yeah, all that kind of fell right there.
And then all the people that we want as guests are obviously out doing stuff, so we lost our groove. The episode should be up. It should be up by the time you listen to this. Yeah. And then I also do Broforce, which is pretty much all my friends from the We're Alive group, and we just talk random shit for an hour. Which we have a way with getting through random topics back to back, which is kind of fun, I guess, to listen to.
Yeah, that last episode was surprisingly good for only just the two of you guys.
Yeah, I tell some really awkward stories. If you want to hear about the time that I vomited all over myself on New Year's Day, I'll give it. Basically, my New Year's resolution was to vomit in front of people. I did that within 15 minutes of the New Year. So that was the fastest New Year's resolution that will ever be completed in human history. So if you want to hear about that story, go listen to that podcast. It's a good story.
I actually have a vomiting story like that, similar to that, except mine actually does involve alcohol.
Oh well, yeah. Were you almost pulled over though?
No, I wasn't pulled over. Sadly, I was.
Sadly. Oh man, I wish I was pulled over, man.
Well, no, I wasn't driving or anything like that, but it did involve me projectile vomiting, like, from what they were saying, it was like 2 feet into the air, having it splash back down on me.
Okay, nothing is funnier seeing and also just hearing someone say projectile vomit. Like, everything surrounding it is good.
I remember that. You remember watching the M64 podcast where Sean just ruined that toilet?
Yeah.
Good times.
No, okay, just to let everybody know, whenever I think of projectile vomiting, I think of Fat Man. I don't know if everyone knows who Fat Man is.
That's the one with the 40 pizza rolls, right?
No.
Okay, thank God.
I don't know if he did that.
God damn it.
You remember he was just sitting in the tub?
It. God damn it. I didn't want to... Why?
You're just sitting in the tub. You should have
said it was the 40 pizza roll guy. God damn it.
This guy called Fat Man, if you haven't heard of him, would just constantly go on, like, Ustream and just, like, sit there and be fat and, like, sometimes just sit in the tub and do nothing but just sit there and people would watch him. And one time, I don't know like what he ate, but he was just sitting in the tub, and he said he wasn't feeling good, and he projectile vomited like crazy all over himself in the tub.
Oh, god damn it. I had forgotten all about that.
And you might be wondering, why are you watching this? And the answer is, I don't know. but it happened.
You know, there is a fine line between watching someone vomit themselves and laughing at it, and then watching someone vomit themselves and be horribly, like, grossed out by it.
I know.
I think we walk that line pretty often on the internet.
Yeah. I mean, I only saw that video once of him doing that, and that was enough for me. But it was a good life experience.
Oh, man. Some things on the internet should not exist.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Whatever happened to that guy?
I don't know.
I think didn't he delete everything and realize that what he did was stupid and try to leave, but everything was already mirrored?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, there's that. So, Fat Man, if you're listening out there. Wasn't Carson trying to get him on a podcast or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was one podcast where Carson put a Fat Man video on his PS3 in the background, and it was playing the entire time.
Go ahead and check out the Server Crash podcast. They also put their Christmas podcast up.
Yeah. Speaking of projectile vomiting.
Speaking of...
Watch that one. Hint.
I feel like if I'm going to do a podcast special, I'm going to have to do like something completely opposite of all these gross ones. It's like we're going to have a nice time just eating cake or something.
At a dinner table.
At a dinner table with like napkins and stuff. That's my idea of fancy, is when you have napkins rolled out, you're like, alright, this is getting clean.
Yeah.
That was a good segue, so let's talk about games again.
So I was playing this game that had tons of projectile vomiting.
Oh, that'd be a good game.
And it was called The Best Game Ever.
And it was called #1 app on iTunes.
It was called Made in Japan, probably.
Speaking of Made in Japan, so Soul Calibur 5 had its first ad, and that... Okay, so the internet has been pretty angry about this. Well, not even the internet, like some people. Have you seen it, Smartzke?
Yeah.
Would you? Oh, well, it's pretty much it's
Ivy's tits.
Yeah.
Ivy's tits. Obviously, not all of them. They're covered still. But it just
she has more.
It's Ivy's tits, and it just says "Go big or go home" on it.
Yeah.
Did that offend you, Smartzke?
No. I think they're just trying to appeal to like the most basic urges of men. So it's basically like, hey, if you guys like beating up people and boobs, this is the game for you.
And I don't know why people... first of all, Ivy's always been like that, so...
Yeah.
I don't see why people...
I was going to say, hell, did you see her in Soul Calibur 4?
Like,
yeah.
My God, her tits were bigger than her head.
They didn't really need to like advertise the fact she had boobs, because everyone who knows Soul Calibur knows the boobs in it. So
They didn't need to do that, but it's like, I don't really care if they did it either, because I don't see why people get offended. Like, women... Oh, that's too far. That's way too much for me.
Women have boobs? You're sick.
Exactly. But it's like, I don't get it. Like, okay, women are offended by big breasts being all over the place. I don't get why, like, Gears of War doesn't get flagged by men at that point. There's a big steroid out guy. Oh, that offends me.
That's offensive.
Yeah.
I suppose we could turn around and go to the whole comic book comparison as well, where people complain about the objectification of women in there, and yet no one ever complains about the crazy muscle men in there. But again, the same argument just keeps coming up that really, if you have intelligence, you shouldn't give a fuck either way.
It's like I don't get it. Like, at what point are we just gonna have to like limit our speech and just go, okay, we can't offend anyone or anything or do anything remotely like that?
Well, then you couldn't do anything, because everyone gets offended at everything at some point.
Yeah.
Then we'd be China.
Pretty much.
So if you didn't like that ad, you're from China, so fuck you.
Yeah.
No, I can see why. I mean, it wasn't necessary, but it's like I don't see any reason to complain about it. Considering how every guy is in a video game, it's like guys don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I saw it and I was like, oh, that sure is an ad.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yeah, and I mean, their movie posters worse than that, and they're actually real life people, as opposed to digital pixels.
Yeah.
So whatever.
Not to mention, honestly, people should be used to this because of Dead or Alive. Like, I'm surprised it's even an issue.
Yeah.
Fighting games in general, man. Like,
no, because
you
for
know,
the most part, it's only the more 3D-ish ones, and even then, it's more limited
but
to the Japanese.
even like Street Fighter has it though.
Street Fighter has it to a lesser extent. Like,
Yeah, but I'm
they
saying,
just kind of
like-
have more of like a leg thing going on with them.
Yeah, which is kind of creepy if you put it in that context. But it's pretty much a given thing in fighting games, so it's like whatever at this point. But no, it's besides that though, it's been pretty slow. I like how that whole lake marketing happened and went by the time we made that podcast.
Oh yeah, that that whole thing erupted and breezed over pretty fast.
Game Trailers TV is actually doing an interview with that guy.
Mm-hmm.
They put up it's like half of the interview right now, and there's no reason for it. It all blew over. The guy seems like an asshole, obviously.
Yeah. I do feel kind of bad though about like some of the repercussions of that company.
I feel really bad for what the controller got, because if you look on Amazon, like has like 1 billion 1-star reviews, but it's like that kind of sucks.
And like I even saw like the guy who created that controller made it for gamers who were disabled.
What happened was that actual controller was made for people who had disabilities who weren't able to really move their hands along a controller like you're supposed to. Mm-hmm. But they tweaked it a little bit and made it mass market. And the controller's getting flack for it.
And it's not their fault.
No, it's not. And I'm hoping that. But if anything, actually, this got the controller actually recognized a lot more than before either. So
that's true. Like I hadn't heard of it before.
Yeah, neither have I. So I guess the guy kind of accomplished that. I just hope it gets a little bit more sales than usual with it. But yeah, that happened. What else has happened? Vane, keep up.
Honestly, I was about to ask what was going on with this controller thing. This is the first I heard about it, honestly.
I thought I gave you something to read, or was that someone else?
Nah, it must have been someone else.
Alright, long story short. Very long story short. There's an Avenger controller, and the controller, it's hard to describe, right? It's like, it looks like the Terminator of controllers. It does not look attractive at all. But what it does is, it puts bars up right around your fingers, so that instead of moving your fingers or having to take your fingers like, what is it like? It's like is it your trigger finger that is able to hit a lot of buttons? It's your trigger finger. So. It's your trigger finger and your like thumbs and stuff. Where if you're playing on the FPS, your right hand's going pretty much everywhere on the controller. But the bars actually make it so that you can lift your finger, like a bar will hang above the trigger, so that you can move your trigger finger up just a little bit, and it'll tap like the X button. You can move your index finger a little bit, and it'll hit like the A button or the B button or whatever. And it's pretty much, it just has bars to connect it, so you can hit buttons without moving your hand, far from the standard way to hold the controller. And so apparently these were slated to come out late November, early December. And they apparently took full pre-orders for it. And so this guy emailed Ocean Marketing, which was, I guess, the marketing firm for the controller. And he emailed them asking, hey, he emailed them December 16th, so it was already past midway through November, so technically it wasn't early November or December anymore. But he emailed them, hey, so my thing has been gone, so so what's been up with it? And the guy just emails back early December, or December 17th. By the way, is there something going on there? I hear rustling, whatever. But he says December 17th. And the guy's like, oh, okay. And then December 19th rolls around. He's like, hey, I still haven't had it. He's like, okay, well, I just shipped from China. And he's like, okay. And then and then after Christmas rolled around, he's like, hey, I haven't seen this yet. And he's like, look, you gotta be patient, all right? It got held up in customs. If you knew what customs were, you would know. Then they gave him the whole process. He's like, if you wanted to retract your thing, then I don't know. And then he's like, but look, you guys gave, and the guy who emailed them to begin with, he's like, but look, you guys are giving a new a new incentive because apparently it's like new orders get $10 off or something. He's like, well, I haven't got my controller yet, so I presumably I should cancel my order and just make a new one. And the guy's like, if you do that, we will cancel your order, or I will take your 2 controllers and sell them on eBay for $150.
Wow.
And then it just turned into a whole debacle where they were just like angry at each other. And eventually the guy mentioned how I'm at every convention, PAX West, PAX East, Comic-Con, GSX or something, Germany. Apparently Germany is a convention now. He's like, I'm everywhere. And then that caught this guy's eye, so he forwarded to Kotaku. He forwarded to a few news places.
Okay, I know now. Because I remember PAX having
Penny Arcade.
At least the Penny Arcade, throwing a little kind of fuck you blog towards them.
Yeah, and then that's when Mike from Penny Arcade got involved. And then they went at it, and that guy had probably the most bipolar tendencies I've ever seen in emails. One second he's like, I love Penny Arcade, and the next second he's like, my son can make a website better than yours. And that turned into a whole fiasco, and that guy got shit on the internet for the rest of his life, probably.
Yeah.
And that's where
because his life's already over now.
His marketing career is done.
Yep.
But yeah, that's long story short.
Alright.
But yeah, so what else has been happening? It's been quiet, obviously, because it's the new year.
I was going to say, it's a new year, so everything's just kind of starting to get out there.
There's been some massive sales on Xbox Live. EA pretty much went on a full sales spree. I've wanted to get Need for Speed Hot Pursuit because it is $22 right now on Xbox Live.
Mm-hmm.
That's a pretty good deal. And I want that, but I don't have $20 to spare on it.
Feeling.
Yeah, and then I wanted Split Second, which is $20 on there, but I don't have that money. But I was able to get Mass Effect DLC, Mass Effect 2 DLC, the last one I needed. So now that I got all the DLC, I'm gonna go through Mass Effect 2 again. Because I went last time I played it, I went on my Renegade run, and my Insanity run. So I'm gonna go through, refresh everything, and start it all over. So I'm all ready for Mass Effect 3 in March. Jesus. Oh man, that game is gonna be crazy. But what were we gonna say before that?
I don't know.
Smartzke.
Yeah.
What's new?
I got nothing.
This podcast is
we got BioShock Infinite coming up here. We got Borderlands 2 coming up.
People said 2011 was a great year for games, and it was like alright. It was alright for me. Like, there's a lot of games I wanted, not necessarily games I need to get though. But I feel like this year is that year for me.
I think 2011 overall wasn't that great, but within the last couple months,
it got bombarded in October and November. It was like, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know, Halo Anniversary, it's a game that I'll get eventually. Gears of War was my most looking forward to game, but I could have lived without it, I guess. But this year, we got BioShock Infinite, Borderlands 2, right?
Yep.
I forgot all about that. Jesus. And then we got Mass Effect 3.
We got Street Fighter vs. Tekken.
I want that game so bad, and you know how much I want that game. But
you see, I got mixed feelings on it.
No, we talked about this before. But
we talked. Was that on one of the podcasts that actually went up, or was
that was one of our first podcasts? So obviously, but no, I want it so bad, but I don't want to have to be one of those people that gets pissed because Ultimate Street Fighter Cross Tekken comes out.
Yeah.
And seeing as Capcom has full intentions of doing that, I'm just probably going to wait for that version. Which sucks, because that's one of my most anticipated games, but I don't have to
You can Redbox it.
Yeah, I'm going to probably Redbox it.
I was going to say, there's actually a lot of controversy going on because a lot of the gems are going to be specific to certain retailers. So, Best Buy will have their own set of gems that you can only get through them. GameStop,
and GameStop has some retarded armor from Mass Effect 3 that they're going to only hold. I'm honestly just tired of that. Just give me the goddamn game. I want everything in the game. Give me the game. I don't know.
This actually has Evo kind of pissed off because this can severely affect tournament play.
Yep. Well, what can you do? I know Capcom's getting a lot of flack for everything they're doing recently, considering they released Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3 within the year.
Yeah. I enjoy it, honestly, but that's also because
you enjoyed it, but you also didn't buy Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I assume.
Yeah, no, I was smart. I fucking waited. I knew that shit was happening.
See, I wasn't smart, and I bought the original one, and I loved it. I played the original one so much, and then I got Ultimate, and I was so excited, and I played it twice.
Because all it is new characters, right?
Yeah, I was excited to play it, but I was already so burnt out from already playing it.
But you don't feel that ripped off?
I don't feel like I'm ripped off, no, but I'm burnt out.
Okay. Well, I guess that's not bad then. I want to get that game, though. I might get that eventually.
Honestly, get it if you're willing to take time to invest in learning it.
Well, I'm going to get it because I have a fight stick, but it's not with me.
Oh, you fuck. I want a fight stick so bad. You have no idea.
I got it for $40 at PAX. It wasn't bad. It was on sale from like 40 to 80. They had a $120 tournament stick there for like I think it was like either 60 or 80, which wasn't bad. I was gonna grab that one, but I didn't want to spend any more money. But yeah, I got a fight stick waiting for me back home when I moved back.
Oh.
So I'm waiting. I'm waiting on it. It's glorious, actually. I missed it so much. I should have brought that with me. But yeah, so that game's coming out. We got, what else are we looking forward to? The Vita's coming out, and I would love a Vita. I'm hoping I have some random money by that time to buy it. It's not doing so well in Japan. But I would contribute that towards the fact that Nintendo fucking released 2 Mario games in that time.
Oh yeah, both the Mario games have already sold 1 million copies each.
Yeah. So and those are going to be the 2 like longest selling 3DS titles for sure.
And plus, I think like no matter what's going to happen, like even if the Vita does do really well, it'll never beat Nintendo.
We'll have to see. Honestly, yeah, that's pretty much a safe bet. But seeing with the iPhone now on the market, we'll have to see if a lot of the casuals turn to that from now on. Because as it stands, I don't see too many casual people with 3DSs. I mean, I see the people who would have bought 3DS are getting 3DS. But no, it'll be interesting to see that. But the Vita launch lineup is ridiculously awesome.
Oh yeah.
I mean, no one can argue with that lineup. So I'm hoping to get one. I don't know if battery life is going to piss me off though.
Honestly, that's going to be the main complaint with everyone. I know people are bitching about it with the 3DS. I know people are still going to be bitching about it with this.
Because
I think it's just going to be one of those.
The battery in the DSi is so good. Like, I don't know. I went through Ghost Trick pretty much. Ghost Trick is like what? Smartzke, like a 15-hour game?
Yeah.
I went through Ghost Trick. I only had to charge the battery once. And I was like pretty much towards like the last third of the game. So it's like I enjoyed that so much, as opposed to having to charge like my iPhone all the time too, because that gets battery sucked out of it pretty often. But I don't know. It'll be interesting to see if the battery life is a huge contributor. I hear the people who are testing it like love the thing, but it'll be. I hope it does it well. Like it looks really good. It's a good piece of hardware, except for the camera. I see the camera's really bad.
Oh.
The camera isn't that great. Neither is the 3DS's, right?
Oh yeah, it's pretty awful on the 3DS.
That's kind of the thing, though. I don't know if these handhelds will be able to stand up that well, because as opposed to the iPhone, which can get yearly iterations, it'll consistently be upgraded. So we'll see about how that is. But you and I are the ones that want that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We should play like Mondation Races together.
Yeah.
Yo, dog, I got it working.
Congratulations.
Check this shit out. Where the fucking... That's not what I want.
So if you... happen to be on the website when we're recording this and you see a bunch of weird things happening to the front page, this is all meta for you right now. It's like, well, I'm like listening to them talk about this while I'm not talking to them.
We now have functional login Facebook button, and we have like little people that are following us on Facebook shit too. It's pretty sweet.
Good.
It's nice.
And then what else for 2012? We got Halo 4, which is my most anticipated game.
Fuck Halo.
You really don't have any argument towards that too.
No, just fuck Halo. I don't care.
You're just angry because your PS3 doesn't have a game that can compare to it. Hey, Vane, how's The Last Guardian doing for you guys?
Honestly, I wasn't even interested in that game from the get-go.
Well, now you're shit out of luck. Now you can't be excited for it.
Why?
Have you been
because
keeping
it's
up with
in
that
development hell still.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
That game might get canceled. Like
I'm worried about it. I want it to come out.
Honestly, that is the system seller to me. Like that's the game that might sell the PS3 to me finally. But
I don't get why people are saying that, because I don't think that much has even been released about it, has there?
Recently, well, the fact that wasn't like the founder of the studio and the main producer of the game both left.
Yeah, I mean they're working on it.
I think they're both contractually binded to it now, but they pretty much left. So the second that game is done, they're gone. But that and the fact that we also didn't see it at E3 last year. The release dates have been getting missed pretty often. There has been no word on it, which is also kind of an indication, because we've seen this back in like 2010 or 2009. So,
which actually, it's funny that we're talking about the release times, because I can't remember what company it was. I want to say GameStop, just because this is something they do.
They said it was canceled, and that worried everyone.
Oh yeah.
But no, then Sony had to come out and say, no, it's not canceled, but we still don't have any news for you guys, so sorry. They also said Amazon also went through saying that 3G Vita was canceled. So I don't know what the fuck Sony's up to right now.
I don't think it's I know that in Japan they've already lowered the price on it.
What the fuck? Really?
Yeah, on the 3G one, because no one was buying it. And apparently when it comes to America, the 3G Vita is only going to be sold at like cell phone stores.
You know why no one's buying it?
Why?
AT&T.
Exactly.
That reaction will forever be marked down in E3 history.
I know.
You know what? There was a study that was done not too long ago about AT&T concerning their customer service. They are ranked lower than every single cell phone provider in the entire planet. People preferred pirated cell services over them. People preferred local cell services over them. People would use their cell services from out of country to avoid using AT&T. That is how much these people are loathed. Yep. And Sony was like, seems like a good company to team up with, right?
And then all you heard was, in the crowd at E3. But that, I don't know. Like, I don't really need a 3G Vita, I guess.
Yeah, I don't care at all about that.
See, that's the thing, too, is this is a point that Sam kind of brought up there. What the fuck are you going to download on the PSN that is going to be comfortable downloading at 3G?
There's a few little games if they can match up to iPhone stuff.
Yeah, a few small things, again, if they do kind of iPhone-y stuff, but if we're talking like an actual PSN release, no one's going to want to fucking sit on 3G downloading that, especially where AT&T has no unlimited plans. Fuck that.
If they had an unlimited plan, I could see this going a lot better. But
if this was under Sprint, I could see this going a lot better.
And I could see people want it, like, if you want a party chat playing with... I mean, going on a long road trip and, playing some Uncharted with friends might be all right if it works all right. But I don't know. I'll just keep the Wi-Fi if I buy one.
Yeah, I will end up getting one at some point just because I've had every Sony console and handheld up to this point. I may as well continue.
The Vita is going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm sure of it. And I'm one person who I'm a person who didn't really care about the PSP at all. In fact, if I had not got one for free, I would have never gotten one. But the Vita looks cool, and the thumbsticks, like it just looks to me like it's kind of bridging the gap towards console and handheld. And as much as I'm an advocate, I'm still saying by the fact that dedicated handhelds are going to go away sooner or later. I'm kind of cool for wanting a handheld big title game. Because I've been playing a lot of iPhone stuff lately, and I'm kind of in the mood for like something like Uncharted on the Vita.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'm sure you're gonna jump on the boat soon, Bean.
Yeah.
Probably the next iteration.
Yeah, see, that's the thing too, is I'm waiting to see how long it's going to be before we see the 3DS Lite or the PlayStation Vita Plus or whatever. I know we're going to see some extra models coming out here, so I'm kind of biding the time to see what happens.
Yeah, I got that.
Because, I mean, look at how many revisions the original DS and the PSP went under.
Yeah.
The PSP went under, 4 revisions? The 1000, 2000, 3000, and the Go series?
There was a 4000 as well.
There was a 4000?
I believe there was.
It was, but, nobody sold it because it was so shitty.
Yeah.
And then with the DS, we have the DS Lite, whatchamacallit there.
DS Lite, you had a DSi, you had DSi XL.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's what I'm waiting on the 3DS for. As much as I'm excited to get one now, I just don't like the battery life either. That's kind of killing it.
See, I don't give a fuck about battery life because more often than not, I sit in one spot with it near an outlet.
I actually for the first time ever, actually got hold and play a 3DS 2 or 3 weeks ago.
How was it?
It was cool. I don't know. They had Steel Diver of all games on there though, and it was missing the stylus.
Oh.
So it was kind of awkward to play, but the 3D was kind of cool.
Sorry.
No, go for it. Go for it.
Here's the thing that will definitely make me want to go out and get a 3DS.
Say that thing.
A new Pokemon Stadium game. If you turn around and told me that there is Pokemon Stadium in 3D on the 3DS, that would clinch it for me.
You're probably the one person.
No,
I know people who'd be excited for it. I don't know if that would sell 3DSs.
But I mean, just any kind of not regular kind of Pokemon. I love the Stadium series because, again, it was just competitive. It was here's a bunch of wild Pokemon. You can import the ones you want if you want, but
there's no EV training or whatever. It's straight up. You guys are on an even playing field. Pick what you want. Go for it.
Yeah, and you could import your EV trained Pokemon and all that bullshit if you really wanted to. Of course, this was back in the day, so you had to have the fucking adapter that made it look like you had a cancer cyst on your N64 controller, but...
Yeah.
But I mean, if they turn around and released, a Pokemon, I don't know, Magenta and Crazy Orange.
Well, I can tell you right now, Pokemon Gray is going to be on 3DS.
Alright, so if we see a Pokemon Gray and a Pokemon Off Blue on the 3DS, and then instead of releasing what they normally do and do a third title that's just a combination of the two with slight variations, and instead did a Stadium-esque title where you could import everything from those two games into that and actually have the Stadium style also in there, that would be amazing.
Yeah, that would be.
Think about it. They keep going to more casual means for Pokemon. You got the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons. You got the Pokemon puzzle games. You have those fucking Pokemon beat-em-ups now, even. Honestly, this is what I think Nintendo should really do, is go back and make a actual Pokemon Stadium game again. Because the last one we had was the Coliseum EX on the GameCube, and that was fucking horrible.
What I personally don't get is why Nintendo didn't kick off the 3DS shop with Pokemon Red and Blue.
See, I don't know if you'd be able to successfully trade because it's using the Virtual Console.
I assume they can mess with that stuff though.
And I mean, with the Virtual Console, it saving in game and then saving using the Virtual Console, you could technically trade away Pokemon or get Pokemon and then instantly lose them because of the way it saves on the 3DS. It's kind of weird.
Well, no, because what they could do is turn around and just change the actually go in and make a special net coding for it. Or not necessarily net coding, or, well, I suppose they would have to.
But Nintendo is kind of weird. They have that whole, we don't want to touch it. Because I know in Mario Kart 64, they just let it so that the ghosts didn't work on the Virtual Console.
That's weird.
Yeah, they didn't go back and fix that, so there's no ghosts on that.
See, I find it ironic how Capcom is like the George Lucas of the video game world. They're like, you know what, our original vision was to do this. Let's go back and fix it, and fix it, and fix it, and fix it. And meanwhile, Nintendo is just like every other decent filmmaker who's like, no, it's done. Let's leave it as is.
No, but I think that they both need to find a middle ground in that, though.
That's
like,
true.
personally, I'm fine with people updating some stuff, because I played everything before. It's like, there's a point where you can tinker with some stuff and make it better. There's a point where you're just going overboard.
And honestly, you know what else would really sell me on a 3DS?
What?
If we actually had a portable Smash Brothers game.
As confirmed.
Yeah, it's coming in like 3 years.
It's not in development yet, but they confirmed it.
Yeah, hold on.
It is confirmed? Wait, what?
It got confirmed at E3. You didn't hear him?
No, I didn't pay attention to the Nintendo conference at all, dude.
Yeah, well, they confirmed a Smash Bros. For the Wii U and 3DS. But they're not in development.
Oh, wait,
no,
I did pay attention to it, because you, me, and Sam are up for all of it. That's right, forgot about that.
Yep, so it's coming, but it's not in development yet, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah, fucking A.
So, look forward to that. That'll sell me a 3DS, though, but it'll be a while.
I don't know, Smartzke, what about you? Is there any one particular game or series of franchise that would sell you on either the Vita or the 3DS?
Sam has a 3DS.
Shush. Theoretically, if you didn't have the 3DS.
Well.
If they had a Mario Kart... Oh. If they remade Star Fox 64.
Oh, maybe. No,
okay, so from your perspective, why did you get the 3DS?
Well, mainly because I was stupid.
Alright, so you heard it here. So if you have a 3DS, it's mainly
you're stupid.
Buying it at launch was stupid. Except for inevitably getting the 23 games out of it.
Even though, technically, if you had waited, you probably could have gotten it for cheaper and got the ambassador stuff.
Yeah. But I mainly... Okay, Resident Evil is, like, one of my favorite game series, and when I heard that they were making, like, 2 exclusive Resident Evil games for the 3DS, I got a little too excited about that. I was like, oh, I need to own the system. So.
Speaking of which, the trailer for Resident Evil Revelations hit there. I haven't actually had a chance to check it out yet. Have you?
No, unless there's a new trailer.
Yeah, there was a new one just recently posted today.
Oh, hey. No, I haven't seen it.
Hey, Smartzke.
Hi, Adrian.
How do you enjoy Resident Evil 4 on the PS3?
I liked it.
I did too, except on 360.
Oh, yeah.
It was fun, though. Like, Vane and Sam will give me shit for it, but that's still an amazing game. It holds up.
No, I'm not going to give you shit for it, because I still love Resident Evil 5, and I know I'm the odd man out on that one. But, I don't know, is it really worth getting Resident Evil 4 if I've already played it to death on PS2?
Well, when was the last time you played it?
Like, a couple of years ago.
It's $20. You get your trophies on it.
Yeah, that's why I kind of want it. You know, the nice HD revision and the
heads up.
Trophies.
Heads up. I don't know if it was for me. Did you play everything on it, Sam?
No, I wasn't able to.
Okay, because maybe it might just be a 360 thing. I don't know. But Separate Ways was not in HD.
Huh.
And it looked like shit. It was.
So is there?
Super
sorry. Go ahead.
It was super murky and hard to even tell what was going on. But everything else looked great.
Now, did they change anything else, or is it literally just here, have trophies, have better graphics, enjoy?
Yeah, I think so. Pretty much, they added leaderboards on Mercenaries. So if you're interested in that, they added leaderboards and everything actually. So you can run through the game and try to get up there.
Now, Mercenaries in RE4, that was single player only, right?
Single player only as well. They didn't do anything else with the game except add leaderboards, HD it up, and add some trophies.
That's kind of lame.
$20 though, like I don't know.
Yeah, for $20, that's not bad. But
the game, like going through it, because you forget when you go through it the first time, it's pretty long because you don't have any of your crazy guns. But it took me a good like 15, 20 hours to beat the game again.
No, I mean, it's a good game. It's just one of those things there where if I already have a copy of it laying around, which actually I still got to look for that at some point. But I mean,
honestly, the way I see it, this is my theory, is that I don't know how often these people can keep this. I don't know how often this whole shenanigans of re-releasing games can keep up now that we're in the digital era. Because personally, Microsoft and Sony have no excuse to import all of your old downloads into the next console. In fact, if they don't do that, that's suicide. People will get pissed. But like buying Resident Evil 4, there's no reason to re-release that anymore. You get what I mean? Like, unless they're going to go back and add some crazy stuff to it, there's really no reason to ever download that again. So personally, that's my theory. Like, this whole re-release stuff, it's going to go away. If it's available digitally, it's going to go away.
See, now it's interesting you mentioned that because that's something that they mentioned they were definitely doing with the Vita. I don't know if it's been confirmed over in Japan yet or not, but the fact that you could actually turn around and like trade in your UMDs for actual codes to get downloads versions of them on the PSN for your Vita.
That's not what they did. What they're doing is you will be able to check your It'll be able to check your UMDs, and it'll give you a discount to buy the game digitally.
Oh, I see. That's gay.
Yeah, it's kind of lame, but whatever. I guess something is better than nothing at this point.
I already have the fucking game, and if I have the UMD, chances are I still have the PSP. So what the fuck's the point?
You don't have a PSP though, so there you go.
Well, it's because it's broken, and I got to buy a new one.
Just get a Vita.
This will be my fucking 6th PSP. I fucking break them like crazy. It's not that I do it on purpose. Well, a couple times were on purpose, but...
But anyway, Smartzke, you liked it, right?
Liked what?
Big butts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you cannot lie.
Are we out of stuff to talk about?
Yep.
Smartzke, think of something.
No. I think we're at like the 1 hour mark.
Okay, well that's
really?
it. Yeah, we stretched it out. Okay, set it off, Vane.
Alright, this has been
No, you gotta give everyone's Twitters and stuff.
I was working on that.
No.
You schnozzle.
Dang it, Adrian, jumping the gun.
No, Vane, you're fired.
Fucking premature master.
So you can find Smartzke and I on Twitter. You can find Smartzke at SMARTZKE. You can find me at ADREUN. You can find the website at The Final Smash. And that's about it. That's all the important things that we got to talk about. That's it. It's over.